Anti-gun lobby groups like Moms Demand Action Every Town for Gun Safety were cheering in the streets when a 2022 report came out stating that there were 300,000 firearm background check denials. The truth of those denials is that the vast majority were false positives. In other words, over 99% of those denials were good people who were denied their right to possessing a firearm for no good reason. The anti-gun crowd's been on a mission to obstruct the ability of as many people as possible to protect themselves and their families with firearms, along with actively working to reduce the actual sale of firearms through fearful propaganda, rhetoric, and false gun narratives, while working to put firearm manufacturers out of business. In 2020, there were approximately 5 million new firearm owners in America. Now, this huge spike was primarily due to the left-wing riots that occurred across the country. In 2022, there was a spike in concealed carry permit holders, but after that, the number of concealed carry permits declined and now stands at 21.46 million. This is a 1.8% decrease since 2023. Now, the anti-gun crowd would love for you to believe this decrease in concealed carry permit holders is due to their lobbying, propaganda, and a false media-perpetuated anti-gun narrative, but the data shows us something different. At the same time as this decrease in permit carriers, more states were getting on board with constitutional carry and deciding to do away with a required government-issued permission slip to carry a gun. Now, there are 29 states which are considered constitutional or permitless carry states, where people can carry a firearm at their own free will without government getting between them and their Second Amendment right. According to John R. Lott in the Crime Prevention Research Center, 46.8% of Americans, that's 157.6 million, now live in constitutional carry states. The 29 constitutional carry states equate to 67.7% of the land in the country, or 2.57 million square miles. The state with the highest number of concealed carry licenses is Indiana, totaling 23.1% of adults. Alabama has the second highest rate with 20.5%, and Colorado is third with 17.7%. Now, there are 16 states in which more than 10% of adults have carry permits. As more constitutional carry states pop up, we can only assume the number of concealed carriers is higher than the data shows, because the permitting process is the most accurate form of measurement we have. Now, this frightens the anti-gun crowd, not because of their fear of guns, rather their fear of losing their political battle against American gun ownership. Now, regardless of how loud the anti-gun crowd kicks and screams, gun ownership and upholding the tradition of firearms is exactly what our founders expected of us. It was never the intention for government to know who possessed guns and the addresses where those guns could be found. And it was certainly never their intention to let government decide through a permitting process who was allowed to exercise the God-given right of self-defense. Now, there are 29 constitutional carry states. We are more than halfway there. Thanks for watching Bullet Points. I'm Dan Wass for Gun Owners Foundation. You can find more Second Amendment content and updates at gunowners.com.